Everyone talking about Paradoxe by Prada. This just came out, marketed to women. This is a feminine leaning scent. The notes in it are on top pear, tangerine, and bergamot. In the mid, orange blossom, jasmine, sambac, neroli essence, and neroli. And in the base, white musk, amber, benzoin, and vanilla. So already looking at those notes, you might have an idea that the name is very misleading for this. Those are just very common scent profile, and it's not like this is a niche or indie brand, which is taking a common scent profile or notes that usually smell a certain way and kind of turning them on their head and doing something original with it. Nonetheless, this is not bad, but it is not original smelling at all, and it doesn't fit any kind of paradox type of theme, to say the least. The opening is more like citrus sugary candy, like kind of think, Killian Love Don't Be Shy type of thing. It does not smell like a dupe or clone of that in any way, but just that kind of thing where there's a lot of like sugary candy vibe. It's not just like citrus floral. It stays like that for a bit before the jasmine and neroli combo really kind of becomes more noticeable and stands out from the other notes. Drops the earlier fruity citrus vibe and then really amps up the vanilla and amber. If there weren't already so many other fragrances that are very similar to this out there, I might appreciate the scent more. But as it is, it just does not stand out to me at all, which is, a bit surprising coming from Prada because they tend to be one of the more original designers out there, especially when they do a new standalone line that's not just like yet another Prada candy flanker or something like that. And again, it smells perfectly pleasant. I don't dislike it. I would have no problem being around somebody wearing this, especially if it was in like a small dose and they didn't overspray. I would probably think like, oh yeah, they smell nice. But I would not go out of the way to try this if you don't love stuff like Voce Viva, My Way, stuff like that, as others have noted. Like I said, the name does not fit here at all, given the lack of nuance and originality, but it's not bad quality. Also kind of has vibes of like Donna Born in Roma and scents like that. But this has a little bit more of like a mist type of vibe to it, in a good way, not like, oh, this is so weak. This has decent longevity and projection, but I like that it's not as cloying as some of those other ones can be, and it's less of like a billowing kind of cloud of just sweetness, as long as, again, you don't spray too much. Very, very feminine leaning, so this is not the type of scent that's like, oh, it's marketed as feminine, but it really smells more unisex. Of course, anyone should wear it if they want to, but just a heads up based on your preference, this is very much in the stereotypically feminine leaning direction. So yeah, bottom line, if you like that kind of like sweet, citrusy, candy-ish white floral type of thing, I'm sure you would like this most likely, but I don't think that you'd be blown away if you have tried many other fragrances, even just really popular designer ones in that same vein. It's also not like this is super cheap compared to those other ones or something. I believe it's around $140 for a full size. Just hit Sephora and places like that. So I'll put links in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample if you want to try it. Smells perfectly nice, but just don't get your hopes up that this is as original as the name, the fragrance house, or kind of most of the aspects about it suggest. I will say props to Emma Watson for the film, really kind of commercial, that she directed for this. I'll put a link to that, the YouTube video for that, in the description as well, in case anybody wants to check that out. I think she did a really good job. The commercial thing is really, really cool. It's well done, well directed, interesting. It certainly would make me want to try the fragrance. I don't wear, really feminine leaning stuff myself, but I always just like to try what's out there and get my nose on it. So yeah, props to her. This doesn't smell bad, so I'm not even judging like, how could she put her name on this? Such a prestigious, actress, and then she goes and associates with this. No, nothing like that. It's just that, it's just not that original. So yeah, like I said, I'll put a link in the description where you can get a bottle or sample if you want to check it out. And if you have tried it, let me know what you think.